friends, welcome to J X. Today we're going to do our character rankings for Legacies. That's right. It's that time. We're almost done with everything. We got to rank our characters. I'll tell you what, the tier maker app is just getting worse and worse by the day. Like by the day, like it's just so many advertisements, so many things over and over and over again. And I am over it. But regardless, what we're going to do is we got all these tiers. You can go ahead and see them right here. We have question mark. It means I don't know who it is. We have trash, CBAS, and then Mr. Goat. Those are the things we got. That's what we got. But look at this advertisement. Just fucking pops right on up. Like I'm not sitting here doing something. So what we're going to do is we'll rank each of these people. They don't have that many characters to go through, which isn't a bad thing. There's just not a lot to go through. And then we'll take people from our S tier and we'll move up 4 people to our Mr. GOAT, which stands for Mount Rushmore, greatest of all time. And then I'll have a link in the description box, and you can let me know your own tier list, whatnot, what have you. All right? How's that sound? Hopefully it sounds good. So without further ado, our peeps down here, we're going to go in some bit of an order. I looked at about like 12 of these, and there wasn't a whole lot of options. But we'll start with Rick. We'll take Ricky Saltzman. I'm not talking about Matt Davis. Why is that out of order? We're not talking about Matt Davis. We're talking about Rick. I'm not going to put Rick in an S tier, even though he was a great character in the Vampire Diaries. We'll put him in an A tier because he was decent when he needed to be. But at times, he was kind of a dick. He was kind of a drunk. He was kind of absent. Alyssa. All right, Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark will get a C for Clark. He was going to go in trash, but those last couple of moments he had was actually pretty solid. We can grab Cleo right here. I would put Cleo. There's so many advertisements. I would put Cleo. God, I mean, she's deserving of an S tier, so she may move up. But for right now, I'm going to put her in an A tier. Her powers were a little confusing. She had good and bad intentions at the same time when she first came in. She's a fun character. I just don't think they gave her enough time since she touched down. Do we have 2 Joes on here? Do we got Dark Josie by chance? Okay, that is Dark Josie. Listen, I really don't give a fuck. Okay? I really don't. Dark Josie, she was kind of there. A little annoying. I liked her when she was confronting Hope, of course. I'll give Dark Josie a B. Dorian. Dorian didn't get enough screen time. I would also give Dorian a B, even though in reality, Dorian deserves a higher place than Rick. He's got more heart. He cares a little more, but he just didn't get enough screen time. But for what we had of him, I'll keep Dorian around a B. Emma didn't really do nothing for me, so I'll put her in C. And wildly enough, I'm putting Ethan in S. Ethan never did a single thing wrong. He was a good, wholesome boy, and at the end of the day, he sacrificed himself. So our first S tier, and again, this order is nothing we picked here, but that's the order that they gave me. We'll put Ethan right there. Yeah? All right. Finchy. Finch is a fun character that means really, really well, but they didn't do a whole bunch, especially once Joe left. Once Joe left, they pretty much killed the character, but she had a lot more potential, especially being a werewolf. They didn't really touch on the fact she was a werewolf until later. We save Hope for later. Jed grew on me tremendously, dude, like tremendously. It's not enough to put him in an A tier, but I will put him in a B tier. He was hot garbage, but Jed slowly started growing on each and every one of us. We'll wait. Kim. Caleb's sister. She ain't do nothing. So I don't know why she's there. Who the fuck is this? Is that Ethan's sister? Is that Maya? I don't know. I can't tell. That's Mac. I'm going off the rails here a little bit. Mac didn't do nothing for nobody. Wade's a good wholesome. I'm gonna put Wade at an A. Brother was a fairy. He never hurt nobody's feelings. He was a good, solid fucking guy. Maybe like Dorian should be in an A too, but he didn't have enough screen time. Neither did Wade. Well, wait. Maybe we adjust. Maybe we adjust once we're done here. Sebastian, he wasn't a horrible person. He can almost be in trash, but at the same time, he had some good intentions. So I'll put him in a C tier. I'll put Raph. Raph can't go in an A tier either. He meant so well. Raph meant so well, but they put him on that fucking prison world and just forgot about him altogether. They just put him there with his parents that didn't care about him. They wrote him off and made him a B tier character. That's their fault. I'm also going to put Penelope in a B tier, as crazy as that is, because I loved her character. She was such a big asshole at first, and then she came around and really just kind of solidified herself with a special place for me. A little bit of a hypocrite here. Pedro also gets an A because he's a sweet, wholesome baby boy. And now we're kind of left with this group of folks here. The Necromancer. I'm surprised they didn't add Ted as well. S tier character. MG's an S tier character. Malivor's hot fucking garbage. Lizzie. Oh, I'm conflicted. Nah, Lizzie had a good arc. We love Joe. We love Landon. We love Caleb. And we love Hope. I feel like that's a given right here with kind of that main character tier list. I think we'll probably move some people around to try to get some people up to the S tier after we do this Mr. Goat. But regardless, there's not that many characters in Legacies. I wish they would have had humanity off Hope here as well. I wish they would have had a couple other people, maybe even some of the villains that showed up, like the gods. I feel like does this even touch season 4 at all? Yeah, there's no Jin, there's no Ben, there's no Aurora. I don't think this even touched season 4. I don't know where I would put those peeps, but I will tell you who's going to our Mount Rushmore greatest of all time characters. First lock-in pick is Hope Michelson, because we love Hope around here. It's pretty plain and simple. The next insta-lock would be Caleb, and of course MG. But that leaves one more person that needs to go on the Mount Rushmore of Legacy characters. The Necromancer has an argument. Lizzie has an argument. Ethan very well could. I think it has to be Landon Kirby. And I could also replace him with Lizzie or whatnot. But Landon was a good boy deep down. Malivore was trash, but he was good. And I think my favorite overall character, as we may mention in the future, is Milton Greasley. I think he's dope. I think he's the best. This is probably the quickest and the shortest tier list that's ever happened because of how short this show is. And, you know, there's not that many characters. I think Cleo has an argument for S tier. I think Dorian's on top of M. All right, good. I think Dorian's got an argument for A tier. I think Raph has an argument to move up higher as well. But I think that is my, I think that's my list right there. Be it what it is. That's what we got going on. So, I don't know. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. You guys can let me know your own tier list for Legacies, because the next time you see me, we're going to be doing the series recap of Legacies. And then after that, we're going to be moving on to Buffy. And Buffy's a longer show and probably has a more variety of characters, but this is all I got. Some characters can move up. I don't think people have room to move down except for like Ryan Clark. He can move to trash, but Dark Hope would S tier, right? Dark Hope would replace regular Hope in the Mount Rushmore greatest of all time. Ben would probably be around a B tier, maybe even a C tier for his treachery. Jin, A or B, potentially. Ken, trash. Lynn, C tier. the Ferryman C tier. The Jennies would probably be in the same spot. And I think that's all. That's really it. That's all. I hate that it's so short. It's making me feel uncomfortable. But we'll leave it there. We'll have links and everything in the description box down below. We'll have playlist up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated. I'll catch you on the next one.